All right, let's review how to use the order of operations. Again, I do apologize I'm not using my smartboard. It's not in the best state currently. It's not working nicely for me, so I'm just going to use my document camera to show this to you to review the order of operations. And the order of operations becomes really important when we're going to get into algebra and when you get into some of the topics you'll be studying in middle school. And so that's why we start showing it to you in 5th grade so that you have become familiar with it before you start needing it too much. So first of all, just to review our basic operations, we know that we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And the idea behind the order of operations is that if we have multiple things going on within a numeric expression, like if I have 6 plus 5 times 4 divided by 8 or something like that, it's important that we all use the same order of combining those numbers, because if we don't, then we'll all have different answers and it'll get very confusing. So the first thing to understand is that multiplication and division are always grouped together, and addition and subtraction are always grouped together. Multiplication and division hold a priority over addition and subtraction. So anything that's being multiplied or divided will happen first. And you always want to work from left to right, just the same way when you read. So a really simple example to get started would be something like this. Okay, now I know that I did just say that multiplication and division are a priority. However, I don't see any multiplication or division in this problem here. I simply see 9 plus 8 minus 4. And so addition and subtraction hold the same amount of importance with one another. So I don't have to do addition first always or subtraction first always. I simply start at the left and work my way across since they're all just as important as one another. So 9 plus 8 is 17. And then I still have this minus 4 here that I need to bring down and deal with. So here it is. Brought it down, and now I can subtract 17 from 4 from 17 rather, and then we get 13 as our final answer. And so this starts to get a little bit more complicated when we add in multiplication and division. So let's say I have something like this. Let's say I've got 8 times 2, or I'm sorry, I don't like that one. Let's do 8 times 6 divided by 2. Okay. So I know that multiplication and division have to always come first. That means that this problem right here within this bigger problem has to happen first. Multiplication and division have the same amount of importance, so I'm just going to work on them from left to right the same way I did with my addition and subtraction. So first I multiply 8 and 6. I get 48, and then I still have this divide by 2 I have to bring down, so I bring that down. 48 divided by 2 is 24, and I am done. So let's start blending these together now. Let's say I have 13 plus 12 times 4. So you can see in this problem that I have addition and multiplication, and those are in 2 different worlds here. Addition's over here, multiplication's over here. Remember that multiplication and division hold priority over anything else, so that means that the multiplication I see here has to happen first. This part of the problem has to happen first. Then I can deal with this 13 plus whatever this is. So 12 times 4, can do it off to the side if I'm not sure what that is. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4, so 48. And I still have to bring down this 13 plus. Just bring it right down. So now I've got 13 plus 48. And so when I add those together, I get 61 as my final answer. Let's try another one. Let's say I have 176 minus 480 divided by 8. So when I look at this, I want to first pay attention to the operations I see. I see subtraction, I see division. Subtraction is in this world, division is in this world. I know division holds priority. That's the first one that I'm going to do. So the numbers surrounding the division sign are 480 and 8. So I'm going to box them off. That's what I'm going to deal with first. I will bring down this 176 minus whatever this is. So what is 480 divided by 8? Well, 48 divided by 8 is 6, so 480 divided by 8 must be 60. And now I have to bring down my 176 minus, and I can subtract. 176 minus 60 is 116. And we're done. So then these get a little bit trickier when we have more than one, or more than three rather, numbers in the problem. So let's try one like that. Let's try 128 divided by 4 minus 156 divided by 6. Okay, so again, multiplication and division are priority over addition and subtraction. I see I've got 2 division here and 1 subtraction, so this is last. So since I've got division here and division here, the question is, well, which one do I do first? Well, remember, you work left to right. So this is the first thing that I'm going to do right here. Box it around, and I'll bring down all this stuff after I've dealt with this. So what is 128 divided by 4? Well, I can do it off to the side here. Okay, 3, 2, 32. So now that I figured out this is 32, I have to bring down all of this. Minus 156 divided by 6. Copied it just from here. What do I do next? I have to do the division next. What numbers are surrounding the division sign? These two right here. I'll bring down this 32 minus when I'm done dealing with this. What is 156 divided by 6? Let's see. (26). Bring down that 32 minus, and then 32 minus 26 is 6. And I'm done. The final part to recognize is that sometimes they'll throw parentheses in there. Basically, the rule is anytime you see parentheses, whatever's going on in the parentheses has to be dealt with first before you can do any other addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. So let's look at an example. Let's say I've got 99 minus 43 plus 28 divided by 7. And 28 divided by 7 is in parentheses. So this has to be taken care of first before I can even start looking at the subtraction and addition over here to figure out what to do. So let's take care of this 28 divided by 7. I know 28 divided by 7 is 4. But now I have to bring all of this down. So bring down the 99 minus 43 plus. And then there's our 4. That's what this whole box represents. Now I see I've got subtraction and addition. Those both live in the same world up here. So I just have to figure out which is first based on the order they're in. I move left to right. So I'm going to first subtract 43 from 99. I'll add the 4 and bring it down later. 99 minus 43 is 56. Bring down my add 4, and 56 plus 4 is 60. And so that is our review on the order of operations. Please try your reteach packet, and good luck.